Most of us grew up with a dining room in our house, and a lot of us still have them.
But fewer and fewer of us are using that space for its intended purpose.
In tonight's Angie's List report, there's one home trend that's keeping dinner off the table.
Whether you call it dinner or supper, only 23% of us are spending our evening meal gathered around a proper dinner table. 7% of us still have dining room furniture in the room, but rarely even go in there, according to a new Angie's List survey.
Formal dining rooms seem to be disappearing. Kitchen tables are still around generally, but dining rooms are, wow, you know, those are becoming studios. It's an office, it's a workout room, but it's anything but a dining room.
62% of survey respondents say they still have dinner with the family almost every night. Angie Hicks is one of them.
We're a family that eats right in the kitchen, so our dining room goes unused. When our kids were younger, we used it for homework, and now we only go in there to change the thermostat.
2/3 of the respondents haven't redecorated or redesigned their dining room, but rather use it for office or homework space, an unorganized storage area, or even space for the dog. But 13% are so sure they won't ever eat there again, they've ditched the table and chairs. The Vealeys are one example.
The first thing that happened when the table left was it became our storage unit. But really, my kids love yoga, so having that floor space, most nights you can find them there doing yoga.
When the Vealeys moved into their home 8 years ago, they had 6 busy children at home and thought the dining room would be a routine gathering spot. Total times they actually gathered there for a meal, 10.
On average, our family does not eat dinner together. I really try to get as many people together as possible on Sundays, but during the week it's just too hard for us all to eat at the same time.
Vealey says when all the kids are out of the house and the yoga stops, she wants to redecorate the space into a quiet, restful reading room. Many dining room reuses can be done as a DIY project, but Angie cautions against getting the sledgehammer out without a plan and professional help.
Yeah, taking down walls can create some structural issues, obviously, if they're load-bearing, and removing wainscoting or wood trim can be rather tricky as well.
So Angie's List has some other great information there. Also, this survey was conducted in January 2017, so I don't know if in the last 3 years if it's
people
changed.
Have started using their dining
Well, it surveyed over 1,200 people, so that's a pretty big number, right? I'm not a statistics girl, but good number.
The question is, we went to Facebook and said, okay, 62% of these people still said that they're having dinner every night or almost every night with their family. Is that something that you still do?
Is it something I ever did?
We'll start there.
It might be a better question.
Growing up, did you?
Yeah, like growing up, we had occasional like family dinners, but it wasn't like every night. Here we are at the dinner table.
Ours was 5:30. Dinner was on the table.
Oh, your mom.
Even with like practices though, because we eat as a family as much as possible. But like I swam until 8 o'clock at night.
Sometimes.
And my dad got home from work at a different time, so
yeah,
I will
that's
say
hard.
Sunday night was always. I mean, I'm Italian. My family's Italian, so Sunday night.
You were there.
Yeah, that was a big deal in my family.
Sometimes it changed, obviously, because people had something going on. But if possible, we were never all in the house just fending for ourselves. If everybody was home, we would eat together.
My kids usually fend for themselves. Mom of the year.
You know what? Sometimes that's how you got to go.
I'm going to try and be more like Mrs. Sinclair, I have a feeling, in 2020.
Well, we used to do pot roasts on Sunday. Like she would put it in the crock pot before church, and so we'd come home, and then you'd smell the carrots and potatoes. And then at some point, probably when I started becoming a difficult child, she decided, we're just going to make pizza instead.
I love pizza.
You know what? I did too. It was perfect. I'd rather have that anyway. But.
Well, we did ask on Facebook poll there on our Facebook page, and we did get some comments. David Norbot says, my dining room table is actually the pile of clean laundry that still needs to be folded until the cats lay on them, then need to be washed again table.
I think there are probably some others who have that same table. And then Victoria Ann Bowen said, my house isn't big enough for a dining room. We eat in the kitchen if the table is cleaned off or on the sofa and use our coffee table, but it's just me and my husband, so yeah.
Yeah, so does that make a difference if you don't have kids in the house?
I think the coffee table's allowed. Even if you do have kids.
What about a TV tray? Then you can like...
Do they still have those?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
We used to have those old metal ones that would like fold and
loved
snap. They had like designs and pictures on the front of
I
like
had
some.
a Smurfs one.
Oh, really? I don't think I ever had the Smurf. We had like some wooded setting.
I've got like a fancy one. Like it's wood. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. They come in
my
handy.
TV dinner.
Especially when you watch CI List.
But all normal adults ate dinner in bed.
Okay, so I want to know how you guys feel about the dining room thing. Like, currently, do you use your dining room for food?
No. I think we've already figured that out.
Yeah, I currently have a small enough house that it's just like a little kitchenette area, but I still don't use it.
They do some homework there occasionally.
So what my family did was we got this dining room table that was a big circle with a big lazy Susan, but it also converted into a poker table.
Oh,
so
there it is.
We do use that room to dine, but also for fun
games.
Begs the question, how bad must Susan feel that they've named a thing after her because she was so lazy that she created.
Poor Susan.
Got
Let's take a look at some of our Facebook results here. What is it? Oh, I think, let's pick one. I would say, it's pretty even.
Pretty close.
Most
In terms
people,
of eating together, 54%, and then eat on their own, 46%.
I'm surprised that it's that close.
Heather would just get her kids to vote. We could even that right up.
It is just so great to eat together as a family.
It is.
There's nothing better than that.
I agree. I guess Mama ain't cooking is the theme at my house.
You gotta be realistic,
Does it count together if we're all eating at Chipotle, for example?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
It's about the conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not about the food.
Just making sure.
Or the location of the dining room table.